as I said earlier on, then you have to pay a very big fine. Now, early September. But every step taken to open up society makes it easier for the coronavirus, of course, to spread. Cases are already starting to rise, and the idea of closing pubs in order to open schools has already been floated. Now, I think we've got to do some sort of online poll here. What do you think should be happening? I can hear a lot of men shouting at me at the moment. I can hear them. I can just picture all our men who are listening to the show today, and women, of course, who are listening to the show today. I could imagine you not hearing me saying pubs, 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 and then I could imagine schools, schools, schools. It's so hard. I mean, schools, of course, so it gives you a break from your children. I'm sure my mum would say schools, and then pubs. Well, I don't know what my mum would be in a bit of an agony here because she wouldn't really know what to say. She might say schools and pubs, but if she'd had to pick one, I mean, I don't really know what she'd pick, but schools and pubs, she'll pick both of them, my mother will, because she likes her pubs and she wants me to go back. She had nothing to me right now. The mother said, right enough of me. I'm only joking. Now, the UK Government Chief Medical Advisor, this is Professor Chris Whitty. We say this person's name on the show nearly every single day. Now, he said we are near the limit of what we can do without causing a refugee. The individual nations of the UK, they all have their own contact, with tracing symptoms. Now, the Welsh Government and its advisor group, this is recommend that schools have to open in September with 100% of pupils present on site, and they should be aiming to trace an estimated 80% of contacts, at least 35% of which are to be traced within 24 hours. Since the 21st of June, 90% of close contacts were reached by services. This is actually according to the figures from the Welsh Government. A Scottish Government, though, has said that ensuring a safe environment for education was an absolute priority, and guidance that was set out of a number of specific risk mitigation measures that will need to be introduced, and this is including an enchanted surveillance programme. In Northern Ireland, the latest figures for the week of the 29th of July showed 98% of contacts were significantly reached by the country's contact tracing service. Would you believe? That is a lot. Wow. Well, I never. That is quite a lot, really, isn't it? That is quite a lot. Right, we're going to squeeze one more story in now, okay? And there's been a hurricane in North Carolina, which I believe is in America. Now, Hurricane Isis has blasted inshore in North Carolina, crossing the coast of 40 miles, okay? So this is southwest of Wilmington. It made a landfall at 11:10 p.m. That's 3:10 our time on today, with maximum sustained winds of of 85 miles per hour, which is a lot, and 100 kilometres. The National Hurricane Centre has said that Instance was downgraded to a tropical storm after hitting islands in the Caribbean, but was recreated at the Category 1 hurricane on Monday just gone. Now, it caused the deaths of 2 people in the Caribbean. Now, Isis is the 9th, yes, you heard me right, the 9th named storm of the year. The NHC warned that earlier Isis would cause heavy rainfall, resulting in wind spread minor to moderate river flooding and flash floods in the eastern Carolinas and mid-Atlantic as it moves along the US East Coast. Now, the northeastern South Carolina, would you believe this is amazing, really, but it's quite sad. But in southern North Carolina, a few said that there was danger of the life-threatening storm surge installation along portions of the Irritate coastline and associated waterways. Now, surges along the eastern seaboard. Now, this could reach up to 5 foot and 1.5 kilometres and over 8 inches, 20 centimetres of rainfall, while tropical storm force winds and gusts will also reach up to the Chesapeake Bay region. The Chesapeake region sort of thing. Over the weekend, though, I think the storm actually cried by Florida, and by early yesterday, its centre was up to the coast of South Carolina. Blimey, look at the floods! Look at the floods! There's loads! Now, in the Dominican Republic of the Puerto Rico, a sky was killed at least 2 people, and Puerto trees destroyed crops and homes and caused a flooding and landslides. ISIS is headed by popular tourist destinations in Myrtle Beach. This is South Carolina, and Wilmington, North Carolina. Tornado warnings are also affected until today. It is produced the weekend after making landfall, but further north, New York City is preparing for storm surges as well. I don't actually think New York could get a lot of rainfall because it's a very big city and it's very built up. I mean, I'm very surprised that New York City is going to get a big storm. I've never been to New York, and I don't know if there will be a big storm there. I'm not sure if there is going to be one, to be honest. Now, state officials are in regions preparing for hurricanes that this season have also been graping, with opening shelters that comply with social distancing regulations. North Carolina Governor Roy Cooper, who on Friday just gone declared a state of emergency, used residents during a news conference on yesterday to be on the alert and stay safe. North Carolinas have added in recent months to tap into our strength, the resilience during the pandemic. But with this storm on the way, they have to dig a little deeper. They've all got to keep each other safe from the wind and water as well as from this virus. Mr. Cooper said the state was also equipped to open storm shelters where people can socially distance. US disaster agencies have updated recommendations and evidence guidance in light of COVID-19. The Centers for Disease Control recommends families and COVID-19 items to a disaster go kit that can be taken in an emergency situation. You've got to use hand sanitizer or soap liquid or bar and dish wipes. At least 2 face coverings per person, though masks should not be worn by those under 2 years old to those who are unconscious. Hands, face, space! Hands, face, space! Now, here are some key guidance, okay, for protecting yourself against COVID-19 if you must evacuate to a shelter. Wash your hands often. Hands, face, space. Keep 6 foot off distance from anyone not among your household. Hands, face, space. If possible, wear a face covering and wash it regularly. Hands, face, space. Avoid sharing food and drinks. Hands, face, space. And then you've got to frequently distance the area in the shelter, including toys and electronics. Hands, face, space. I'm going to keep saying this throughout the show. Hands, face, space. Time for some music.
Don't wish it away, don't look at it like it's forever. Between you and me, I could honestly say that things can only get better. And while I'm away, dust out the demons inside, and it won't be long before you and me run the place in our hearts where we hide. And I guess that's why they call it the blues. Time on my hands could be time spent with you, laughing like children, living like lovers, rolling like thunder under the covers. And I guess that's why they call it the blues. Just stare into space, picture my face in your hands. Live for each second without hesitation, and never forget I'm your man. Wait on me, girl, cry in the night if it helps. But more than ever, I simply love you more than I love life itself. And I guess that's why they call it the blues. Time on my hands could be time spent with you, laughing like children,